All right, in 5, 4, 3,
Cheap flights.
Cornbread.
How's it going, everyone? This is Frank Cavone, the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast. How's it going, everyone? This is Frank Cavone, and we are here now with episode 9 of the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast. We got a real special episode for you, and first off, welcome back, Doug. It's been a fucking while. Well, at least on camera, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome to have you back in the setting, dude.
It feels good to be back, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, dude. And then we also have here the man, the myth, the legend, captain, chairman of the boards, everything. What's up?
I really hope by the time we really get these rolling that I have about 30 accolades that you assign me.
I hope I prepare better. Like, I'm like thinking to myself, what am I going with this day? And like, because I'm like, there's so many names out there that I gotta grab, I guess. Well, we're here with episode 9. As all of you know, you can listen to it on iTunes, Spotify. You can watch it here live on Facebook and YouTube. And this is a special episode. We're not going to be able to do this next week just because you guys will be out of town on a ski trip, and I will be in Miami and working. So we'll all be working. That's the reason why we got to pay the bills. But yeah, we got a lot in store for you. First off, I just want to give a shout out to Annie in the Water because they just put out their brand new album yesterday at midnight, Sun at Dawn, and it features a lot of awesome songs. It features songs from Matt Richards' previous band Formula 5, and along with Chris Meyer, Pleasure and Sin. Great song. I guess let me bring it to the round table here. How's everybody feel about where Annie in the Water has been going?
I hear they've been doing really good, and from the last time I saw them, which was a couple years ago, they were really good then, so I definitely want to make an effort to go out and try to see them now, and especially with a brand new album. I know they're crushing it. I'm really happy Matt Richards is in the band.
Yeah.
So definitely got to go check them out now.
What about you, Brett? Now that, you've been exposed to them a little bit.
Pass,
okay. Well, I have nothing but good things to say. Their album release show last night, The Hollow, was pretty off the top. 178 people there, packed room, and just extensive jams. Like it felt like 22 minutes. It had to be close to that of In the Sand. Insane jam. Had to go up there for the band photo. And sometimes when I'm up there, when I'm shooting, and this sounds horrible, but like, if I don't have enough booze in me, and I have to be like in front of a crowd, and I don't have to do it all the time, but like when it involves something like that, some nights I feel off, and sometimes people just get that way. I was feeling off last night,
Sometimes you need a little boost,
and I had to go up there. So yeah, I stuck a couple paradoxes in with me, and drank a session, and then off to the races. It was really great, great show, and. Don't miss high fives. Really practice your high fives with people. I happened to miss a high five with Matt Richards. Like, everybody was giving hugs. Like, I just yo, and then like gave him a high five. Completely missed. And then he drops his beer all over the bass player Chris Meyer's fucking pedals. Jesus. All because I missed the high five and I felt horrible. So I'm sitting there, Matt, and Matt's cleaning it up because it was. Technically it was his fault. And I was telling Chris, I was like, dude, I definitely had a role in this. And he's like, and Matt was like, I'm not going to say it, but yeah. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, man, do you need to know the secret to high fives?
The elbow.
The elbow.
I know. I was and you know what? I suck at high fives. Don't give me one. Shake my hand, all right? Give me a good firm handshake when you see me at a show. So we already got a couple people in the podcast. First of all, happy St. Patty's Day, guys. Brett, happy St. Patty's Day, man.
Oh, God, I forgot.
What is St. Patty's Day for those who don't know?
All right, so quick history lesson to the uninformed and to those who aren't Plattsburgh State alumnus. St. Patty's Day is a holiday that began because during the real St. Patrick's Day, Plattsburgh State alums were still in school, and their spring break was not centered around that. So, as us Cardinals like to do, we like to get rowdy drunk, and we like to do this thing called property damage. So, after a while of consideration, SUNY Plattsburgh decided that they will no longer have their spring break before that, but they will have it during the week of St. Patrick's Day to keep us crazies out of town.
To keep you sane.
So, to make up for that, the ever elusive Cardinals decided we're just going to make our own drinking holiday. And it's one of two, actually.
One of two.
This is the more sought after of the two, if you ask me, St. Platty's Day.
This is like the Oscars compared to the
Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards, yeah.
I would say St. Platty's Day to Platts Vegas, the other fake holiday. St. Platty's Day is the Grammys, and then Platts Vegas is like the Country Music Awards.
Oh, I was literally just thinking
the CMAs.
It's like I'll watch it if I'm home. But they get pretty wild for a class of what? There's like 5,000, 6,000 kids who go to Plattsburgh, maybe 7,000. Yeah. So Dylan, thanks for bringing that up. Bringing up good memories. Mm-hmm. I never got to really experience the St. Platty's Day because I either didn't give a shit at the time because, when you're first going to school, you don't know a lot of people, and people I was hanging out with listened to jam bands and like would go to higher ground across the lake, and but I would just like see people mobbed. It was great. It was awesome. And apparently here in Albany next weekend they celebrate St. Patrick's Day, even though it's a weekend earlier. And I guess it's supposed to get wild here, so I'm really excited. I didn't book anything that day, and I'm probably not going to work that night. Living down here in Albany is insane, man. It's crazy, and like college kids feel it, and just like college kids feel it up in Plattsburgh, it's great. I'm going to get to comment too. What's up, guys? David Miner. What are you going to Miami for, dude? I'm going there for work. I just don't want to talk about a client on camera before it happened under contract, but I'm going there for work, and definitely going to have some fun. Like there's going to be spaces of the day where I'm not working, but I'm going for 3 days down there. It's going to be exciting. I haven't been down to Miami in a long time, and Miami's nice. I'm not a beach guy. I never desired to go to Florida. Like going to the Grand Canyon this past year with Mickey was more fun to me than anything. Like,
you don't like shorts.
It's not even that. It's just like I'm antsy. Like I'm an antsy guy. Like when I'm sitting there and like to me the thought of sitting on a beach with no objective, I can't do that yet. Like I feel like I gotta like do a little more to reflect and like I want to go experience something new. Like
you'd much rather go on a hike than lay out on a beach.
Yeah, or going to a new city, go skateboarding, go check out like the culture there. Like that's cool to me. But never a dip in the ocean's never bad. I guess I could chill a little bit. But that's what 2022 is about. Getting back to your roots.
Oh,
what have you guys been doing to focus on yourselves this year? I'm gonna start with you, Doug.
Well, I mean, one thing I haven't started doing, but I do want to start doing is getting back into skateboarding. Because there's still snow on the ground and it's pretty cold. I'm just gonna start out with some flat ground, so I'll probably just try to find a nice flat ground covered spot, probably like the stage in Lake George or something. Just something to do on the weekends. Just kind of get ready for the season. I mean, I definitely want to do a lot more skateboarding this year, so pretty excited for that. But I mean, what I've been doing lately is kind of just playing skateboarding virtually besides working. Session as something I definitely talked about a lot when it was first being developed, still being developed. It's supposed to actually full game come out this fall.
Yeah.
They recently released an update in February, and it made the game really fucking good. Like they've added story mode, a whole bunch of new characters like Beagle, which you always love to see Beagle.
And from what you've described, Doug, this game Session, which is honestly a game that came out because of what seemed like we have no skate, no next game of the skate series, and it's been over 10 years now. So these companies came up with games, rightfully so, and this one pays homage to skateboarding from back in the day. Well, not back in the day, but historical skateboarding moments in the past 30 years.
Basically, I think mainly their inspiration was like kind of the 90s skateboarding era and style. And like the map is basically just New York City base and a little bit of Philly base. So it's like got like the Love Park and whatnot. They got like the Black Hubbas in New York City, the Pyramid Ledges, all that good stuff. And I feel like they are really just trying to make it the most like authentic and simulated skateboarding game. Like I've already talked about the control scheme and all that, but like now with like the most recent update, like it's a lot more smoother and it actually feels feels really good to play. Still feels really authentic to skateboarding, and because of the story mode, it kind of gives you like objectives and things to do. A lot more funner way to kind of explore the environment that you got.
It's a well-rounded experience.
It is. So it just makes me really excited for what they have out in store. Because I mean, if this is just, they still have another update coming out in June with more stuff before the full game. So I've been really playing that a lot ever since that came out, and that's my life. I really like it.
So Brad, what have you been doing to just put some self-investment, man?
Well, to those of you who don't know my day-to-day, I had 2 jobs for the longest time up until a couple of weeks ago. I quit one of my jobs. I'm still bartending, as you guys know, Peter's Pub, the home of the organic free-range wings. But I quit my other job to focus more on this because, I mean, let's be honest, this is a lot of fun. And just trying to get more gigs in production, which, I mean, obviously it's starting to pay dividends. I mean, Dougie and I are going to be chilling on a slope before we know it.
Oh, yeah.
Freezing my ass off in the name of Junior Olympic sports.
Which was the last gig we had right before all the shit hit the fan.
It really was.
Literally,
that we actually got cut off a day early because there was suspected COVID on Whiteface.
No.
Yeah. So for some background for people who don't know, which is majority of you, Doug has been doing this collegiate ski event for 2 seasons.
This is my 3rd event. And it comes every 2 years to this area. So basically from, I think like either 2017 or 2018 was my first event.
And it's Division I college skiing events, all happening right in Lake Placid. It's actually a really cool event. And it's a great crew to work with.
Oh, yeah.
And Brett is now going to be doing it. And Chris Senzik.
Yes,
Chris Senzik. You guys are going to have a good crew, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I am really so jealous. Like, I'm like, fuck, I got to go on to a beach. Like, in all reality, it's pretty cool. But, like, at the same time, just knowing how much fun it was. And, like, the only thing I guess I didn't like, which, I mean, who does, is having to wake up at the ass crack of dawn. But everybody does it. You just wake up and you do it. Yeah, and they feed you, they take care of you. They're almost awesome people. And they're huge jam band fans. Yeah. Like, I saw Scott out in fucking... I gotta stop using the F word so much. I've noticed I use it a lot in conversations. But whatever. But I saw him out at the gorge seeing fish. And it was crazy, dude. It was like hearing stories about how he would let Twiddle stay at his house when they were like on tour out in Washington and they needed a place to crash. That's the type of guy he is. Yeah. Grew up in Athens, Georgia. I shouldn't be just giving out his bio, but like the guy is a legend.
No,
like
he's
living
a man.
legend.
He's a man.
It's crazy.
And I definitely get real excited that every time it comes back to this area, he hits me up and asks me to do it. So definitely very excited to do it again this year, and I can't wait. I'm happy you're going to be aboard. I don't know what days you're going to Miami, but you should come up like right after.
I definitely want to
spend a day or 2.
I just want to chill, not have to work.
You don't have to. You just come up there.
I'm going to come up there, hang out, have a couple beers.
We're going to come home one day, and he's going to be sitting there ready, cooking dinner for us. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, nothing but good times up in Lake Placid, especially in the winter. It's beautiful up there. Mm-hmm. But moving on, let's see what we got here on the list here. Just some simple plugs first. Number 1, most importantly, Paradox Brewery. We were just up recently at Paradox doing a commercial for them, and Doug, you starred in it.
I was.
And Doug did a great job, and Caitlin McCann, shout out. But shout out to the crew, Dalton Wilson, Brian Beckler, so many North Creek homies. Olivia is now a bartender there. Megan Egan, people we used to all hang out with when we were like figuring shit out in our lives and having fun. And great crew up there, great beer. They don't just have heady IPAs. This is the Parahellas Paradox Brewery beer. They have a wide variety of beers. Separate from this, and they even have seltzers, which is awesome. another plug here. Glass Pony, their set from Lark Hall is going to be premiering on the Mirth Films YouTube channel this Monday at 8 p.m. And it was an incredible set. Most improved band I've seen. I back those guys hard, and tomorrow I'm actually going to do my a music video for them for one of their songs. So stay tuned to what they're doing. Great guys. Drummers, cousins of one of our good friends, Jake. Awesome. Also, if you are looking to support the podcast, we do have a couple of links in our bio. We don't like to ask for things, but if you ever feel like you want to support, please help out the podcast. And also, we have merch available on mirth-films.com. You can get a Cheap Flights and Cornbread t-shirt. You can get a t-shirt like I'm wearing right now, as logos on both sides. Whole wide variety of stuff, new designed. And honestly, I really like this shirt. It's heavy, nice. Thick fabric. Like, I'm going to give you one after we leave. Just because I can't fit into the other one. Leading into... I got a couple other plugs, but leading into kind of just like how I'm trying to get back into my roots, skateboarding. Like you said, I've been having the itch lately. I had the itch last year, then I broke my board at a time where I ended up getting really busy and didn't skate the rest of the year. It kind of sucked. I was pushing around on my longboard.
Yeah,
that was cool.
We would meet up and skate, but yeah, you would push around on your longboard.
It was sucked,
park,
man.
Yeah.
Like, I was just getting fakie 5.0s back, which I didn't have since 2014. Like, it was great. Like, I was feeling really good about everything. And that's what I'm trying to do this year. Just get and some of the stuff that we're producing on the website, article content wise, like, is skateboarding focused, and I make sure to keep that in mind when I'm doing stuff for Mirth Films. Like, you can go find extensive lists on who won each Battle of the Barracks and the videos to go along with it, cool. X Games, and we're planning on even doing some just other skateboarding video game related content. Now that video games are a part of my life, avoiding burnout is kind of not getting back to my roots, but it is something that I deal with all the time, and that's why this year is awesome. It's all about positivity. I listened to this one guy talk. You know, you see those stupid inspirational videos, and then it's like, oh yeah, but no, like, sunk with me is like, I don't know. It's just like, if you have negative things in your life, it's just they're gonna root it in you, and if you just avoid negative people, negative things, you have nothing to worry about. It's gonna change your mindset, and like, that's where, like, I don't know. I had trouble with that for a couple of years, and now it's like, this year is like, I don't know, something's in the air, man. 2022, man. It's the year.
Feeling it. I feel like this is the feeling I had right when we were in Lake Placid doing that job. It was like 2020. It was like, yo, we're gonna get it this year. We had a whole bunch of bright plans. Yeah. But, like, I mean, at least we are like, what has happened. So now I think it's right about the time where, you know, we're able to kind of do a lot more, you know, like, things looking good, mask mandates have been lifted and all that, a lot more vaccines have been out. A lot of learning has happened, which is a very good thing. So yeah, you need to learn, and for real. So. And that being said, with Mirth Films, we have something really exciting we cannot talk about for a while in the works, but we guarantee you it is going to be a good time. And I haven't been so excited about this thing. It's going to be sick. Yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. And you know what I'm thinking about? In the good way. No, it's gonna be gnarly. How about that?
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna catch it. It's gonna be gnarly, and let me put it this way: just even saying that, we should just create a marketing scheme based on that, like this thing that we can't talk about. Oh, I know we're planning out.
Stuff, okay, I see what you mean.
So do we market it as a secret thing?
It's so secret that Dr. Evil doesn't even know. Yeah, doesn't even know.
Oh shit!
I mean, so you guys know though, but like, no, you guys don't know, and you won't know for a while
until we let you know.
But we do have other exciting news to share. We are taking a flight out, short one, and going on location. And March 15th, Mean Max Brewery. We're returning. Thank you, Ricky Chase, for putting that together. Come watch the podcast live. Join in. Maybe find yourself on the podcast, and it's going to be interactive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. To those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, as you're probably not aware, we do a live trivia game show during every Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast with your chance to win some real-life cash.
That's it.
Yeah, and, perhaps me and Max with a little bit of strong-arming and some begging, maybe we can throw in some drink chips, too. We don't know yet.
Gift cards, who knows? For if you are the one person listening, Ricky, then just let us know if you can do something like that. But thank you so much. March 30th, heading home, Putnam Place, live from the stage. Really looking forward to that too. Love the Putnam Place. That is where I learned how to shoot concept photography. It's gonna be cool to be up there. And honestly, if no one comes, that's cool too. Because when we did the Duffy's one, I feel like you either want a shit ton of people where a lot of them don't really even know what's going on.
They're not paying attention to you at all.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
And then at Me Max, and then at Duffy's, it was we were the center of attention.
We were the entertainment at the bar. We're basically like the band.
And it's hard. It's a little hard for me to be having somebody watching me do my thing. Because then it's do I have to have a filter?
Yeah.
Where, this is still public what we're doing, but
I don't know. It's a lot more different. Obviously there's people watching us live, but people watching us live in person is a much more different feeling. It's kind of easy to look at a camera and disassociate that with being it could be a couple hundred human beings or just one human being. You never really know.
You never know.
But at a bar, you see the bartender's there. There's 4 people at the bar, and then you got a couple people over sitting in the chairs, and they're all looking at you what you talking about?
It's some alien artifact.
We're sitting there with lights and the camera, just how's it going, everybody?
What the hell are these guys doing?
Do I need to be quiet around them?
Yeah, so we got that going on. If you're on Facebook, we have some events on there. Just go check it out. But yeah, other than that, speaking of the game show, we're only 20 minutes into this thing here, but let's have some fun.
Absolutely.
So, what's this working in progress thing?
All right, let me put my beer down for this. So, it's pretty simple. 5 questions, $5 per correct answer. Coming from my own wallet, hidden somewhere in my center compartment. We're going to ask Doug Quimby 5 questions about random things. Some of it, I hope he knows. Some of it, I hope he gets them all right. I love giving away money on this, man. And I'd like to have that interaction. And very few things tug at people's emotional heartstrings, like the possibility of winning cash in a live environment.
And we've only had one winner on one question so far.
Really?
Pete Mason, whoever that guy is. He got stumped, rightfully so.
Good.
He did. Well,
he did. He was the one who got the question.
But that was pilot format. It was an all or nothing, and we had decided that was a little too rough. So instead of an all or nothing, get 3 questions, get $20. Get 5 questions, $5 per correct answer. You could possibly leave with $25.
Well, I'm ready.
Good.
I'm very ready.
Good. I have $25 with your name written all over.
In your center compartment, you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, right here.
That's
Just
safe,
in case.
That's a safe spot.
Safest. All right. Without further ado, question number 1. Which of these is not a beer manufactured by Paradox Brewery? You've Got Pale, Overbite, Beaver Bite, and Skate Day IPA.
Oh, okay. Well, I know definitely Beaver Bite is definitely one they do. Overbite sounds like, maybe confusing with Beaver Bite, but I'm going to go with Skate Day.
That's correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, question number 2. Which video game in the Tony Hawk franchise let you steal the hats off of roaming police officers?
Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. All right. I was a big fan of Underground all the way up, and I don't remember that function, so I'm going to go with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4.
Oh my god! He can't be stopped!
Woo! Yeah.
I will say the Light George education system has really helped me out. Multiple choice. Thank you guys.
What was it? What did they tell you? Always pick C.
Yes, always pick C. All right. Question number 3. In which country was golf invented?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know anything about golf.
You're at $10 already, Doug.
Oh, well, let's just go with Italy. You know, they seem pretty fancy.
It's not a bad guess, but it's not the right guess. Scotland. It actually was originally called Goff, G-O-F-F.
I like that a lot more.
Lost in translation, an L was added, and F was taken away.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I originally thought it was Switzerland.
Yeah, I know
I got
you did.
the Lin,
but
I didn't get that right.
I screened these questions by Frankie while you were getting ready for this to make sure these were all semi-doable. And he said Switzerland, equally good guess.
I was thinking it was got to be a European country.
Yeah.
That's all I could think. And you were,
you know,
we were all in the same region.
You were in the correct continent, and that's all about it. Question number 4.
All right.
Sharing a name with our animator, who directed The Breakfast Club?
There's a few reasons why I should know this, and I don't need to get into it, but I don't know the director.
Name one.
We need a guess.
Steven Spielberg.
Correct. And to John Hughes, if you are watching out there, terribly sorry. We thought Doug came prepared.
Dude, I'm listening to this book, Ready Player 2, right now, and like they're literally on this planet that's all John Hughes movies. So I yes.
Dude.
I was listening to that literally as I was like falling asleep like last night and this morning.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, John Hughes.
We've let both of them down. And
all right.
Last but not least, question number 5. Which movie writer's daily routine included doing serious amounts of cocaine, drinking Chivas Regal, smoking Dunhill cigarettes, and housing a bowl of fettuccine Alfredo in a hot tub before going to bed?
I mean, I don't even know if this guy, you said a scriptwriter?
Yep.
I don't even know if this guy wrote scripts, so that really sounds like Hunter S. Thompson.
We have another correct answer.
You got it.
Yo,
this really feels like Who Wants to Be a
Millionaire?
Millionaire,
The biggest
not gonna
winner.
lie.
Dude, Doug currently has the most winnings on Cheap Flights and Cornbread so far. Doug Quimby, you will leave here with $15 from my wallet.
Dude, thank you. Dude, this is a great segment. I love it.
And
come
I
on,
only
play
have 20s.
anytime, man.
We'll break it after.
Sounds good. I'll leave it here now on podcast.
Yes.
I might forget. Thank you guys. That was cool.
Yeah, man.
I liked it.
That's exciting. That's exciting for me. Like only because it's like I don't know, interactive. It's fun. Yeah, it gets my heart thumping. I'm like, are they gonna get it? And you got 3 out of 5.
Dude, yeah, best correct answer.
Tony Hawk 4, man.
Passing. And that's what.
And now I'm thinking Tony Hawk 4 on the mission. I'm trying to think of the level of Tony Hawk 4 that actually happens.
I think it's London.
Yeah, dude, it is definitely London. 100%. It's like one of the ending levels that you gotta like buy. But let's jump into the chat here. It's lit up. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
One more Saturday night, right?
Huh?
6 man.
6 man in the house as always. That's got to be a fucking t-shirt.
How's it not? I'll design that for you, Dylan. I'll be up there.
Yeah.
I'll bring my little tablet.
Yo,
I got you.
We'll meet up with our animator, John Hughes, to see if he can whip something up for that.
The 6 man. Saw Paradox today at the grocery store. Yes, Paradox is growing.
Love that for him.
Love it. I need to skateboard more. I longboard to garage sales, but I need to skate more. Awesome. Yeah, we all do, man.
I mean,
we all
feel
do.
Like
when you get
longboards
older,
are a great form of transportation.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't like them is because the way I stop is like, you dip the tail and drag your heel on the ground, and you can't do that on all longboards.
No,
you can't. That makes the sketch immediately go very fast.
See what else we got here?
Shred it up.
Gives me the KL vibes. Fuck yeah, man. High five.
Dude.
Yo.
And you were on it once.
Yes, I was.
All right. I
Episode
think
7.
we gotta do the intro one time for the peeps.
How's it going on? This is Frank Cavone, and we are kinda live.
Kinda living. You forgot. I'm Doug Quimby. Kinda live.
Sorry,
kinda
dude.
living.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. How's it going on? I'm Frank Cavone.
And I'm Doug Quimby.
And we are kinda live.
Kinda living.
This has been the Mirth Films podcast, episode 54.
Some shit like that. We
Thank
did
you
a
all for
lot.
tuning in. There you go. There's some nostalgicness, which I was actually thinking about, kind of like paying homage to by saying in the intro, like, how's it going? I'm Frank Cavone. We're here, kind of live, kind of living on the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast.
That would be a good slide thing to put in there.
But it's like, that's why, dude, those shirts, man, and just like, that's why I didn't want to name this the fucking kind of live, kind of living podcast. That was a blessing in itself and so much fun, and there's only one kind of live, kind of living podcast. Like, there always will be. And just watching back some of them and just like looking at, I don't know, just like
good time.
Good times. We get hammered. We used to get hammered. Like, we would definitely drink like 10 to 12 beers a piece.
We would do like 3-hour podcasts. We would start at like 9 o'clock too for no reason.
Yeah, we'd start super late. Not even come on for like a half hour. Dude, we were definitely like the Guns N' Roses.
Dude, we would like kind of sit around for like an hour and a half, just all set up, just waiting to go on. Like there was no reason to wait so long. But
the pregame was good though.
The pregame was a lot of fun. It was a really good time, and definitely, I'm really happy we captured those.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do one of these for old time's sake.
Maybe we do.
We'll see. You know, that's the great thing about what we're doing here. We're taking chances this year, and we're not gonna try to stay stagnant. And by going back to our roots, for the reason why we started this, is the most important thing in making this whole thing awesome. Definitely want to plug Joe Biss. Joe Biss recently worked on the podcast. No, he didn't. He definitely did not do that. He was. We did a music video together for his new album that just came out. It's on Spotify, iTunes, all the good streaming services out there, and. Corvid Day Ballet, we did a music video for, and it's just Joe in his element, being Joe. Great guy, man. And it features Jess Turcotte in the video, too. Cool. Them just walking together with their dog, Sirius. So, Sirius Black has lived on. Couple. Yeah, they are. They're a power couple, and and to this day, I would like to think that we brought them together.
Yeah, I think we can take a little bit of credit, although it may just not even be righteous at all. But like we did a video with both of them before
in a short period of time.
In a short period of time. So I mean, hey, if they ever like, hey, what's this guy about, and looked him up. I mean, we came
like,
up.
Oh, artists.
We did a little interview. Same series, Maybe.
And their dog is Sirius, so it's all coincidental.
We did it. 100% us.
You're welcome, guys. Go check out Joe is so multi-talented. Shout out to multi-talented really people. Cool. I totally stole that from John Wilson. Yeah, dude, the guy makes amazing jewelry, and he is an amazing folk musician who can play the guitar like no one else. He's special.
Dude, he's a unique individual, and he is really fucking dope.
So I'm just gonna skip around here. Kayla McCann, oh shit, Frank's on the Trulies tonight. I actually started off on the Trulies. I started off on a Truly because sometimes when I'm drinking beer, and come on, it's Saturday, man. Like it's hard for me to get in this mindset to do this podcast, and I'm not saying alcohol use it, but gotta get loose. And sometimes just sitting on a hoppy beer, which I love Paradox, but it's just
They were really good.
I'm sure everybody drinks different things. And I do like seltzers too.
Dude, that's the biggest thing. Everybody has different taste buds.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not an IPA guy, but you know what? All the different kind of designs and names they come up with the IPAs.
It's awesome. Dude,
they are very, very, very tempting.
They are.
Especially when it's so hoppy.
And this is 24 ounces, so I was like, wow, this is a big boy.
That's a tall boy.
I'm gonna go with that tonight. What else we got? Wait until the canned margaritas. Never.
Wait. No. Dude, Cayman Jacks. I'm actually should just give out the plug. No, but they have.
Give them out. We need the sponsors.
Dude, no, they Cayman Jacks. They have these little variety packs. They have margaritas, Moscow mules, Cuban something, and some Pomela, whatever. It's some sort of fruit. All very delicious. And you can find them at your gas station, grocery store. Cayman's Jack, a blue box, get the variety pack.
Take notes.
They taste delicious.
I believe it.
I believe delicious.
All right, just scrolling on here. Oh my God, the KLKL intro. Disappointed that KLKL didn't reach 69.
Oh wow!
Watch out,
nice.
maybe we'll just
Wait, Dylan, can you look up how many episodes we did though? Because I mean, we were like, close to 60.
We were like
I'd say.
53,
Yeah,
54, I want
like
to say.
that.
We almost did it. 50 episodes is a lot to do.
Over a year.
like-
Over a
like
year's
the-
worth of episodes.
Yeah, I mean, so I feel Joe Rogan personally, like, the fact that he's done thousands of episodes, like,
oh my god,
that's a lot of commitment.
That's
Like, people don't
commitment.
understand, like, just to put this podcast together, my room does not usually look like this. Like, if you watch some of my camera review videos, you'll see what my room usually looks like. But it takes me like an hour and a half to set the shit up. So that is a commitment, a day commitment. And
Yeah, and back in the day, you were
Yeah, back
coming
in
up to
the
my house, and we used to do the same thing in my dining room.
yeah, and we were learning how to do it too. And so to have to do that every day, I mean, like, it's a lot of talking. Like, I don't know about you. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people. Sometimes I just like want my own personal time. Like,
I will say right now, I am an introvert, and sometimes
yeah.
I just don't want to talk to people at all. So I definitely feel that.
Brett, are you an introvert or an outrovert?
I don't think that's the word for it.
I know it isn't.
Um,
What is it? Extrovert, right?
extrovert is the word we're looking for.
That's like, past coping. I'm out there, buddy.
No, I don't know. I will say, just since starting bartending, I've been forced. I was never introverted, but I became compelled to be a lot more extroverted and just learn how to deal with people like all at once. And really the biggest thing, and I highly recommend it to those of you who are perhaps struggling to find a career, while you're waiting for the job of your dreams, get a bartending gig, because you will learn so many things. You will know how to talk shit to people you just met that night. You will know how to stand up to people. You will learn how to make organic free-range chicken wings.
Oh wow!
And these are all things you can apply to in real life. We could put it on a resume.
Absolutely.
Hey, I know how to work with organic chicken wings.
Yes.
I know how to make the best organic chicken wings you've ever had.
No, I
in
mean,
your life.
no. So you are forced to be social.
Yeah, absolutely.
In like being serious, like.
No, yeah. There's no. An introverted bartender is like a fucking oxymoron.
No, that makes
It's like,
sense.
you'd be. It would really just be a terrible. It just wouldn't work. Your bar would lose money. You wouldn't make money.
And that's probably a thing with customer service. I mean, if there's certain jobs that you definitely have to be you have to talk to people. And I mean, as introverted as I am, at my job I became a trainer. And so training, like I ended up training about 50 people. So it's like you gotta be very social and talk to people. But like also that was kind of a thing. It was like as much as it's good to step out of your comfort zone.
You have to.
And a thing that I like kind of was like, okay, well, at least I gotta talk to these people about something I do know about. Like I know how to do my job.
You have a common thing.
Yeah. So it's like I have like at least like I can touch base with these people about a certain thing, and that definitely helps to spread to more things. But like it definitely can be hard to kind of just like put yourself out there. But it's really good and really beneficial too.
It is, and I feel like you feel better about yourself.
Oh yeah.
Like you learn to grow. You learn to talk to people. I feel like looking somebody in the eye is unfortunately old school now, because of cell phones, and not saying we're not dealing with the times, but it never hurts to give a firm handshake. You earn trust that way. And that's the great thing. Just bringing up, like, I was like going into that ski event that we were talking about earlier, not knowing a damn person, and I was nervous. Like it's a different crew than I ride with usually. And by the end of it, it was like I didn't want to leave.
That's how it is every time for me
I
too.
want to go. I was like, wow, this is like the summer camp I wish I had when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. No, and that event, literally at the end of every time I go to it, it makes me like enjoy winter a lot more. Because I mean, I feel like most winters you kind of just snuggle up with your Xbox, just go to work, come home, just sit on the couch. And it was just like really being up there and seeing like all these different people who are like, just do different like winter sports, all they do, like, I mean, their main thing can be like just like snowboarding or skiing, just like seeing like that way of life and like just being out on the mountain, like just sort of like, I don't know if we did it the year you came, but like there was like a little like party at like the ski jumps over in like Placid.
Oh, okay.
So like basically, I mean, there's like a few people that went down the ski jumps, but basically like everybody was just getting together and having a good old time at the lodge. And I was like, okay, like I get it. Like this is fun. Like I would definitely do this a lot more often if this was like just something in my area. Like I can definitely understand like now maybe like like the mountain life, where like people like want to go to spend as much time as they can on the mountain just skiing and snowboarding, like because it can be a lot of fun, and it definitely feels good to be active during the winter and like like riding down
and that's
the mountain.
hard in the Northeast.
Oh yeah.
And that brings me to my next point. Traveling's super important. It takes you, like, just other than taking you out of your element, seeing something new every day is refreshing. And I don't know, I feel like you grow as a person that way. And when you're just doing the same thing in a routine, like, it's going to affect your life in a way you don't want it to. And it's just, you need a little excitement. Like, I know people who are, like, so trapped in their own routine, they don't know how to break out of it and try something new, and because of that, they're not comfortable about it. Mm-hmm. And I just, like, the thing I like about my job so much is because I work with different people every day, it presents a different challenge, but it also forces you to be serious and just, I don't know, grow, making connections. If you want any advice, if you're a videographer, photographer, pursuing entrepreneurship, go out, make connections. Don't wait for the job to come to you, because it won't. You got to put as much effort in as you're going to, try to get out of it. And the only way by getting there is by doing it. And, for us, it was coming up with Mirth Films, man. And, like, that in itself, like, took us to a journey where we met so many people we did not know. Like, music festivals, like, cool hangs, new artists we never knew about, music and non-music, and having a reputation now. Like, I'm grateful for what we have done and the foundation we have created, because, dude, like, having a voice in something that you like it's like having a job you enjoy, it's so having a little flair in your life and taking a risk, taking chances, and breaking out of your shell, it's going to benefit in the long run. And that brings me to a next other point, because I got a bunch of points here.
You got a few.
Don't let people take advantage of you. It is very easy to be taken advantage of in this industry, and I have come across this recently with somebody that matters to me who shoots photography, and don't ever work for exposure. It's bullshit. And don't let anybody ever boss you around if they're not paying you. I mean, has anybody experienced this here?
Well, I won't say it was strictly for exposure, but I did do this one film job and did a video for this person, and it took me definitely over 4 to 6 months to actually get paid for it, to the point where I had to reach out to the band members that he was managing to try to finally get paid for it. And that was definitely some bullshit. But, I mean, that wasn't necessarily for exposure, but, I mean, you should definitely be paid for the amount of time that you work, because, I mean, although you might be freelancing, doing this for fun, and it might be, a passion of yours, I mean, your time is valuable.
Exactly.
So you have to understand that.
It's a job, too.
Right.
Yeah. And it's bullshit. You should be getting paid just like you would be working 9 to 5.
And you
There's
shouldn't
no
have
difference. No gray area.
And you shouldn't have to try to go through hoops to get paid either.
No, absolutely not.
If you're gonna hire somebody, pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Well, I've done a lot of security gigs in my life. Really, it's the only place where I've had any problems with getting paid, because, I mean, I sit down either behind a desk or in a camping chair. Always in a camping chair. I'm a 6'3", 300-pound man. People don't fuck with me, and that's why they hire me to do security. I did a gig, and I understood and understand further now that this is a gig that it would bring a lot of people in, and it was a very fun time. But they did it on a relative shoestring budget, and they actually lost money doing it because they loved it so much. So in a sense, I'm not that upset about it. But I'm still owed $100 and 1 bottle of sweet tea vodka, because at least I think they had gotten some kind of liquor sponsorship, and they had sweet tea vodka, and I was like, fuck, I'll take a bottle of that, knock a little off my asking price, and They were like, yeah. And then they weren't like, yeah. But it's been so long now, and it's $100, which I'm torn on that because...
It's your word.
Because it's well, for one, yes. On the surface, it's $100. And like you've probably seen, I saw it on Facebook the other day, which made me think of it, is that if I hit you up saying that, you owe me money, it's not because I need the money. It's because you owe me the money.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
God, dude, if I never went to college to be, not a scumbag, I feel like I'd be a killer debt collector.
I actually have one story about working and not getting paid from way back in the day. Do you guys know about Howard Johnson's in Lake George?
The only Howard Johnsons left in the country?
That would be the one!
Dude, saw that on Jeopardy.
Yes. So, that Howard Johnson's, I got a job there. I would say this is probably like 2012, 2013.
Summer job.
Kind of a summer job. I'd say it was like spring. It was off season, like getting ready for the season.
Right.
And like I came in there, I thought it was all cool. I worked like 2, maybe 3 days, kind of got the lay of the land. After that, they never hit me up and I never got a paycheck. And like that's the thing, like at that time, I mean, like getting paid like $14 an hour was like nice. And like I, was working at I don't know why I didn't just go work at the other restaurant that I had a job at probably.
Yeah.
But I mean either way, I mean it was just that's one thing I think about from time to time. It's like I definitely worked at least a weekend for that man and I never got paid. Which is kind of weird. But I know that place is still open. It could be new owners. It's definitely not something where I'm gonna like go back there and be like, "Hey, you remember me from like 8 years back? Like you owe me like I don't even know."
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like writing a direct letter to Howard Johnson? Do you think he'd pen you back?
No, but yeah, I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah,
why not?
To those in the chat, if you can find
Dylan McKenzie,
6 man, we need your research. We need Howard Johnson.
We need if you give me his email, I will write an email to him. Maybe not on the podcast, but I'll screenshot it and we can show it at some point maybe.
So I have one. I have two actually, but one specifically that I thought of right before this pandemic shit happened and everything became up in the air. I had this one company, this corporate company it was a startup company, but they had a lot of money, and they wanted professional photos done, lifestyle photos. I told them my quote, and something about me. If you ever work with me, you always get your photos the same day. Always. That is my rule. Punctuality is everything, and you need the photos to promote yourself. So that's something I really hold tight to. So I feel like I hold up my word better than others.
It's hard to get turnaround photos in one day. And
it is.
And
that's the thing. Amazing. It's like, this is my life. This is my livelihood. And so I did the shit, and then I got ghosted for like at least a month after sending a few emails. And eventually the company folded. But they still never paid me for what I did. And I was not about to not get paid for this job.
As you should.
And I ended up finding the guy's fucking information. I found the guy's information and I called him. And I left him a message. And I said to him, hey, I'm just trying to reach out to you. I understand that you guys are not around anymore, but I still did the job for you. I'm a small business. As you can understand with somebody who tried to start up a business, this is my livelihood. And I shouldn't have to explain that. And I did this job for you. And I also did it to a level that met your standards. And you liked what I did. All I'm asking you is to send me what you owe me. Because out of fairness, that's what you should do. Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And you got the check. I fucking got it.
I
was not letting that shit happen.
No, I feel you.
I had a gig the other weekend, actually. That, guy was like, I'm going to pay you right after the show. Nowhere to be found. I ended up getting the money the next day, which was nice, but like when you brought up this money, who cares about $100? To me, it's your word. If you say something and you don't do it, don't work with me. I don't want to be associated with you because I went through that myself. And bringing it to full circle here, the whole reason why Mirth Films became a thing was because, number one, on a side note, we wanted to create original video content and have fun together, separate from, a working channel, like a freelance channel. And but the other was, I was fed up working for somebody that I started for shooting, contributing photos. And it's the same person I just started this rant with. And I felt like I did everything I could ever have done. And I never saw any return in, like, I don't need praise. But, like, when I'm out there shooting a fucking country concert, honestly, and I don't care about saying this, I hate country music. I hate it.
Well, there goes half our fucking viewers.
I hate country music. But, like, I would shoot concerts that I didn't even like just because I felt like, all right, I got to prove myself. I am a nobody. But I wasn't, after a couple of years of investing my time and, energy into what I was doing. So I was like, screw this.
Yeah.
I know how to do what you're doing, and I want to do it better. And I want to do it original, and I don't also want to be a scumbag either. And that's why Mirth Films started. I wasn't able to get a certain concert that I wanted to shoot because this other person was maybe cooler or whatever, or, I give everybody the opportunity to do whatever they want to do for Mirth Films. And if I have to take a backseat, like, I want to shoot the Dropkick Murphys this upcoming weekend.
That'd be a dope concert.
I've shot them already, though. And you know what? I know if I give this show to somebody, they're going to excel, appreciate it. We're still going to get the content.
Oh, yeah.
But, you got to take sacrifices. And sometimes if you're the owner of a company, like, I would give up a fish show if I meant doing that, because that happened to me. That's why I started this, like, going against the grain mentality that I had starting in college. It's just because I see how people are treated sometimes, especially, like, I don't mean to bring this up, Dylan, but, like, people in Plattsburgh are nasty. Like, as you can know, working in PSTV, it is not a fundamental way to learn. And when you're getting bullied and when you're getting taken advantage of, I saw that firsthand with multiple people, even, my ex-girlfriend. I saw it happen, and I was not cool with it. So it was like, instead of being pissed off and, like, ranting to my dad about it, because he'd be like, you don't sound like yourself. And I'm like, I don't sound like myself, because I don't care about this shit. So I was like, I'm going to go my own way. And sometimes going with the sheep is not the way to go. Be an individual. Like, you really gotta. So just know what you're dealing with. Don't learn to build some confidence in yourself, and don't get taken advantage of, because it happens all the time in our industry. All the time. I will not ask somebody to do something unless I'm going to pay them. Or else I won't ask them at all. That's my rule with Mirth Films. If you want to shoot a concert, go ahead. But if you want to, if I need something from you, if I have a need and it's taking your time, that equals to dollars, not, fucking exposure. On a brighter side of things.
Wait, before we get to brighter sides. I mean, this has been a very Platts heavy episode, but yeah. I will say, as I've told you, and as I've probably told you before, Doug, I ran the TV station my last semester at Plattsburgh. I was the executive producer. I was the administrative figurehead that decided what was fit to air. And we had a skeleton crew for all live broadcasts, all studio broadcasts, including myself and our other two producers. We had 11 people. Jeez. You need exactly 11 people to run a studio shoot. You need just less than that for live shit. So when you have the responsibility of covering all live hockey, all live basketball, it's all hands on deck every single fucking shoot. I had this mentality, and I mean, granted, it's not real life, but it kind of is. My first thing I told these people was show up or fail.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and you know this, the best ability is availability. And being there, and I mean, as I always joke about, being just happy to be involved. That's the mindset I like, and that's the mindset I encourage from people.
Yeah.
So as part of that, I wanted the content we created to be something people could get enthusiastic about. Like live basketball, Plattsburgh State Division III men's basketball, like held their own very well. They were always in the Division III March Madness. They were killing it. They had a very talented team. They were fun to broadcast for. Awesome commentary team, which we were so down on Skeleton Crew, we would literally just pick people. You ever called a game? Nope, fuck it, you're doing it today.
Yeah.
So I was just fucking wheeling and dealing with all of this random stuff. And while also running the station, I produced my own television show.
You're producing content and managing.
Yes.
Managing and producing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
And just to put into perspective, I mean, it's been so long since we've all graduated college. I'm not going to drop names, but I'll drop the names of the TV shows. There was a series called Talk Nerdy to Me, which was basically just a talk show news format, but with nerd stuff. Back when everybody was blowing loads over anything MCU based, which you don't like country music. I hate superhero movies. It's completely fucking overrated.
Now, what about what do you call it? Star Wars.
Star Wars isn't a superhero movie.
Okay, cool.
But in the big three of sci-fi, I'm a Lord of the Rings of like fantasy. Lord of the Rings is my go-to. Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and then Harry Potter's all the way at the fucking bottom.
Well, it's good writing. It's in-depth writing.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like I will say, like,
yeah.
After being with Mickey now, like I definitely do like some of Marvel stuff, but when you speak of Lord of the Rings, you're talking about a trilogy of books, hundreds of pages long, with so much in-depth material.
Okay, that's one thing I'd like to point out because, I mean, I will say I haven't really been a big reader of books lately.
Like George Education.
Audible, though, has been pretty lit. So, like, I'll listen to books. I definitely have a lot more time to do that. It's easier. And, like, listening to a book and then, like, watching the movie based on it is, like, a fucking completely different story. Is that the case with Lord of the Rings?
I don't know. I haven't read any of the books.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Oh, of course. Because there's a difference between theater of the mind and theater. If you have a really vivid imagination, sure, you know what? Reading a book's probably awesome. But they made a movie for it. Anyone who tells me that...
I haven't read Harry Potter.
I got forced to read the first book when I was in 4th grade or 5th grade, and I decided never, ever again. I would rather bury my head in the sand. But to circle back to my rant before we start happy talk. Yeah, so my biggest gripe was that we were on a skeleton crew where if one person didn't show up for any reason, it threw a monkey wrench in our plans. So my stuff, not to say that my content was the greatest, but everything I produced had a goal. So a lot of our stuff, we always interviewed politicians, which, I mean, on the surface is really boring. But we are in a massive congressional district. The 21st congressional district runs from Plattsburgh to Watertown, all the way down to Saratoga. It's a massive district. So when that seat is up for re-election, and you have people who want to run and want some airtime, you're answering questions people might have at home. And, Plattsburgh State Television does broadcast to 60,000 people. I mean, 10 tune in, but aside from the point. So we have that, and then we have 2 people sitting in chairs talking about how great the new Avengers is, and talking about, oh my god, Deadpool, and all that. And
it's almost a waste of education.
It's a waste of education. It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of airspace. And then we had this spoof. So we did an award show, all right, and I gave everyone very sarcastic awards, except for 4 people. We had like 4 star-studded savages who came to didn't miss a single thing. They were all Iron Men in their own right. There was this television show called The Station, which was supposed to be a rip off of The Office, I believe. But they did something that I've never seen before, and they stole concepts from about 7 or 8 different sitcoms. Oh, so the It's Always Sunny Black Slate. Have you guys ever seen The Good Place?
Yeah.
So what is that?
I think it's like set in heaven.
Okay,
yeah,
it's a show.
No, it's actually set in limbo. So basically, like these
like fucking
group
Lost.
of people are a little bit. These group of people are basically kind of like set in like what they perceive as heaven, but there's basically like this like creator that's like kind of constructing the whole kind of area for them.
Oh, okay.
And they know they're dead, but after a while they realize like, oh, this isn't like actually heaven. This is like either hell or limbo.
It's transitional.
But as part of it, they don't swear. So instead of fucking shit, it's fork and shirt and stuff like that, and directly stealing from that. And above all else, I didn't find it to be funny.
So
and sorry, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
To make things worse, my favorite part about being executive producer was I had an office, a full-blown office.
That's sick.
For myself. And I was in there doing executive producer stuff. I might have been drinking. Irrelevant. And I get a knock on my door while I'm typing away at shit, for the week ahead. And I see 10 people all saying, oh, we need to use this. For what? Only to find out because one of the characters was the executive producer. And I wanted to scream, I wanted to yell. I was diplomatic. I walked out.
What is that? OIDL?
I wanted to yell.
Oh, you wanted to yell? I thought you said an acronym.
No, I'm not that smart. As I said, public education. And all I could think about is I spent a whole semester busting my ass trying to secure interviews with, politicians are busy, dude.
Yeah.
And they're doing this stupid thing.
Well, and they're doing the same stupid thing. When you're going up for re-election, you are on the biggest PR tour you can be. And the fact that we had 4 candidates decide to take time out of their schedule to come up to Plattsburgh for a 20-minute interview live shows me how dedicated they were to it. And it's only fair that we match that dedication. We match that production value.
Very true.
We had, in every single shoot, too, we had something go wrong. And somehow, probably because of bad leadership, but we found a way, though.
I'm not even gonna I wouldn't even say it's bad leadership. There were so many times, and Frankie will definitely agree to this.
Yeah.
How many times we did 50 some odd podcasts? We haven't checked the comments. I'm sorry, Dylan McKenzie. But we did 50 some odd podcasts, and there was so many times where it was even 20 some odd in, where we're still just technical issues every time. There was a few podcasts that we weren't even gonna go on because we would think we would be live and streaming, and then next thing you know we're like, oh, YouTube is no, we're not. Yeah. But maybe it's just video and only it's just out stupid shit happens. Life happens.
Yeah.
And that's why as much as it's good to make plans and do your thing and what you want to do, you always got to kind of be able to go with the flow of things, because life will throw a wrench at you. Or if you're religious, maybe God throws a wrench at your plans to test you.
Yeah.
But you just got to be able to roll with the punches and keep on going and keep on moving. And I feel like that's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I can relate to the weight of on your shoulders. When you fucking have to pick. I don't know. I just Doug, you were a fucking leader, man, and I have this on the wrong camera. You're a leader, man, and I don't know. It's just some people just don't take advantage of the opportunity, and I think what I relate to you in with that shit at PSTV was okay, you have this opportunity to put your stuff on TV, so you want to just put something together that's a clicky thing that's within your friend group, that's funny to you and only you. But you're sitting here getting the things that a TV station should have, and the whole reason why you're having a TV station. That, and only that, is the reason why, and I don't care about saying this, the only thing I gained from going to Plattsburgh is how to party and how to be social. College taught me how to be social and how to break out of my shell. If it wasn't for college, I was a pretty quiet kid in high school, but when you see these kids just trying to do things to make themselves look cool for themselves at the moment in that time period, what's the point?
It's sad, dude.
Ramon and I, our documentary, all these kids are doing these fucking documentaries on these Plattsburgh things that have been done already, chewed, spit, done. We went to Davidson Brothers had a no tipping policy, and we heard about it, and we're like, that's news. Mm-hmm. That's something that people want to know about. So we went and interviewed the dude. And then we interviewed waitresses and interviewed people who got tips and like why it mattered, whatever. But it's just the sense of laziness that kids have. And if that's the case and that's your mindset in doing video production is for you, and you're not trying to grow yourself, just stay on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and shoot and go on and Snapchat. Which I'm not taking away from that because I have now gotten into doing Instagram Reels. I like doing it. It's proactive and makes me think outside of the box for my own career, and I found that. But like, if that's the case, like, just give up. I'm serious. Like, I hate to be a dick, but like, it just, as a business owner and loosely a professional, I don't want to work with somebody like that, and I will never work with anybody I've experienced that with, and I'm a pretty fair guy. I don't ask for much, and I'm a pretty nice one too. And sometimes I get taken advantage of. But like, it's just like this. The toxicity's got to end, man. And it's just I don't know. It really bothered me, man.
Okay. So last thing on this fucking.
Backpack
negative parade. It's funny because Frankie was like, I have a rant, but I'm trying to be we're trying to.
And the rant wasn't even related to this.
But like,
no, it wasn't even related to.
Total
but like, life
non-sequitur.
is fucking this way. But like, no, like just one thing related to. I feel like all this is just like personal work ethic. Because I feel like that's definitely something that I come across. Like
you're a manager now, so
I'm not even. No, I am literally just a trainer.
Okay, you're a trainer. So
But but Brad's story about like being basically a skeleton crew reminded me of when I was the deli manager at Prey Shopper, and it was basically because of the store management always riding on the skeleton crew. Like I would say, literally less than 10 people always working at that store to basically make that store run full time. And
full grocery store.
Yeah, a full grocery store, and we did it, especially like in the summer months, like where it would be super busy, like people from literally all around the world coming into this town, and this being the only grocery store, so like people are naturally going to gravitate to there, and they really didn't give us any extra help. So like I definitely understand just skeleton crew and really doing what you got to do to just and even make like you not even like you're necessarily like bosses. But like be able to just feel good in the work that you do, and like especially if you're like if you're getting paid to do something, like while you're there you might as well be doing the work. Like I've never really understood like people that like go to work and then like try to do the least amount of work that they can, and then it's just like and I feel like whenever that happens it's like the day go by slow when you don't have anything to do, so it's always good to just try to find something to do. It's why not stay busy.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's just a part of the thing of a good work ethic. But yeah, I don't really know where else I'm gonna go with that, but that is my thing. Work ethic is a very good thing, and I feel like if you do have a good work ethic, you can make it very far places in life. And like I'd say like
take the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I know Frankie, you have probably the healthiest work ethic
it's
I fucking
not healthy.
know. No, it may not be healthy, but you have an amazing work ethic that I feel like a lot of people wish they fucking had.
I don't know.
Not gonna lie, and like you do definitely need to know when to like relax and take your own time to like recuperate.
Well, you see me in my worst and my best, and and sometimes, and I'll be the first person to say this, and maybe it took a long time to say, but like. I'm not somebody, at least in like the incarnation of Mirth Films. Like 2019 was so stressful that I couldn't even fucking enjoy it, and I'm sure you felt that.
No,
there's
definitely got those times. Like, and I want to say like some of the last music festivals that we were covering, and it'd be some of like the best ones that we were always looking forward to. We were working it so much that really we weren't even paying attention. We weren't even enjoying it. We were just trying to document it as much as we can with as little as we had, and just like
unrealistic.
It was very unrealistic, but no matter what, we always did it. And I feel like that's that. Like worth ethic. Like this is why I'm here. This is what I'm getting paid to do. This I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
No matter what. But like it can be very hard to kind of separate that to your personal life when it comes to
especially when it's your hobby
extent.
Like
yes.
And dude, I love photography through thick and thin. I'm a nerd about all the cameras separate from what I'm shooting, and Yeah, I have one thankful thing I'm really happy I've learned is now because I have a little more experience and know what to expect for things, I can tend to enjoy things more. Like last night, I was just like, I had to set up a couple cameras for Annie in the water, but like, was like, it's done. There's nothing else I have to do.
Like,
I can go around. I have the option to go walk wherever I want to go shoot photos if I want to, and I will. But like, no, I just want to enjoy the show, man. The whole reason why I got into this stuff, and like, my work ethic, if it's from anything, number one, it's from my dad. It instilled me to work hard, to be honest, and build good relationships. But also, when you're given an opportunity and you create something for yourself, and it's not real, and it was just a concept, and now it's a thing that people check out or see or know, you know, like, and you're involved in a community, like any community. Like if you're a fraternity brother, if you're in the VFW and you just want to like have the Elks Club, if you just want to have a common thing, like for me it was like I saw a lot of people I liked in the jam band scene, and I was like, we have that, like we can do that, but like skateboarding, like, and I can like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, when you have the freedom and the opportunity and like you created this thing, it's like you want to never ever think about ever losing it. And my work ethic comes from being appreciative and just really being thankful for the opportunities that we have had, because we've met some fucking cool people.
It's
and we've
been
some
a wild
cool
ride.
Places, man.
It's been a wild ride, not gonna lie.
And
your ride has been a lot wilder than mine.
It's, I mean, but that's the thing though. It's like time moves on, man, and like I was doubting myself from like 2020 to 2021 because of negative things, and that's where I just stripped negativity out of my life. As much as I can, I'm serious. I feel so much better as a human being, and like I don't know. I just gotta keep doing what I'm
you're
doing,
fucking
man.
good.
I love
And
this,
like,
man.
not even gonna lie, like if you're ever feeling like down about yourself, just like look around this fucking.
Well, that's
room.
the thing, man.
Like you have so much experience in like stuff that you have done. And like gone to photo, like I don't even know what that guy's doing up there. It kind of looks a little sketchy. But
I wish
like,
I
it's
could point.
fine.
Yeah, so
Homeboy up here.
That homeboy.
I'll be
Dude,
honest with you, that is COVID related.
I
knew it.
I was gonna say big 2020 vibes.
So
but-
what it was? Yeah, I took that photo in 2020.
Oh, man.
So
But like
go to
that's the
San
thing.
Francisco. Yeah, but
Yeah.
No,
Go on.
like you have definitely you have the experience. You have that credibility and respect. And you know, I just say, and like obviously you're my homie, but like keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, dude.
I know definitely it can be hard at times, but like you are doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And that's the thing, like I don't look at these things, like, and honestly I
I know
want
you
to
don't.
change them.
You got a lot of
One
things
thing
you
I
can
will
put
do
up.
relate to that though is there's been a couple times when I've been feeling like I'm down and out, where I could still look at myself in the mirror and be like, I don't have to go to work at 9 tomorrow. Like I can do what I like, and it's just
real
like,
quick.
Yeah.
When we had that apartment in Queensbury, what time were you leaving for work every morning?
when I was supposed to.
When you were supposed to leave for work every morning.
I had to
what
get up
time?
at 6, out at 7, be home because it's an hour commute by like 6. But that's the thing, like,
You don't have to do that anymore.
no, and I did that while we were starting Mirth Films. So it was like that to 6 p.m., deal with this bullshit that I had in my life at the time, and then still do Mirth Films.
And that's probably the reason why, like, we had our podcast going on at, like, 9 o'clock at night, because I remember I was also working a job, so it was like, well, that's when I get home from work, so it was like, okay, we could do the podcast then.
The podcast was probably, the Kind of Life, Kind of Living podcast was amazing, because it was a new technology we figured out, and we were doing it from the couch. It's still at your house. I don't know. No, it's not.
Yeah, okay, let me tell you about that couch. Because we got a new couch eventually. I mean, that couch definitely served some time. Like, it was a great couch. But so when I got rid of that couch, I'm pretty sure I called the dump in Lake George and I was like, hey, how much did you like throw out a couch? And they're like $20. And I was like, all right. I didn't want to pay $20 to get rid of that couch. So what I did, I literally like broke that thing into pieces. I got contractor like garbage bags, which are like super thick, like ain't nothing poking through those motherfuckers. You could put. I'm not gonna say what I was. You could put a lot of stuff in there, and it ain't gonna come out. All right. So yeah, like I basically broke that couch into pieces, put it in garbage bags. It only cost me like literally like $4, and I had the way that couch was set up. It had like the footrest on it was all one metal piece, and I really wanted to convert that into like an obstacle that we could bring to the skate park, and like either like go over from the ramp and then like make like the metal box that it was like attached to like a mini ramp. Oh, not mini ramp, like a manual pad grind box. Never got around to it, and I ended up throwing it out. But like that couch was solid. And yeah, if you ever need to get rid of a couch and you don't want to pay $20 for it, just get some contractor bags and get yourself a wrench. And your couch might be a lot more breakable than you think. Not gonna lie, dude, that was a good couch.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, Limp Bizkit is just like, yes.
Put on break
somewhere Dave
Alexa,
Chappelle is like, fuck you that couch.
Yeah.
Buy another one, you rich motherfucker.
Darknesses.
So we're getting.
What else you got on that notepad of yours? I love it.
So we crossed a lot of shit off the list. Other than just before we hop into what we've been consuming for content, we're gonna be still doing the Mirth Minute. Mirth Minute, if you guys don't know, Mirth Minute is a weekly news segment with the host, the captain, the chairman, the Steeler fan, the bartender, the Dave Matthews Band hater, Brett Porter.
Captain Mr. Green Sweater.
Yes. So it's getting more fun and fun. We're gonna be pumping them out, but we will be taking a couple weeks off to improve the show, to make it better for you guys, and to make it better for us. I will say you are a one-hit wonder. Every time we literally other than this last time, which.
But we ripped two stories.
Two stories in one. Yeah.
So technically, it averages out.
It averages out. So we'll sometimes we'll time it and we'll get it done 20 minutes. Go boom 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 boom, set the teleprompter, and then he reads it. We're fucking done. We're out off to Bombers. Great time. And then and depending on who the bartender is, we're usually having a good time. So, Mirth Minute, keep watching it. Please give us your any feedback. We really love doing it, and we want to continue doing it, and we want to make it sensible for you guys. Should it be more local? Should it be more nationwide? We've had fun experiencing both. It gets meaty if you watch the episode.
It gets big. It gets meaty. Sometimes it even gets veiny.
It gets veiny.
Yeah. Oh.
So we got some comments here.
Oh, dude, my favorite native, Kyle Barnes.
Kyle Barnes.
Oh.
Hey man, so how much is a Mirth Films t-shirt? I believe they're between $15 and $25 depending on the shirt. Head to our website, mirth-films.com. Click on the merch page. You'll find a whole bunch of stuff, hats, sweatshirts.
I know we do have the hats.
Yeah, we got some hats.
But you said earlier, is that the shirt that has the Mirth Films on the back too? Can we see that?
Yes, let's. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's got the TV logo. Yeah. That's pretty.
Oh.
I have a few variations. There's some that is just the TV logo on the front. There's some where it's just the TV logo on the front with also this. And then obviously the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast t-shirt. You can buy that on there. We definitely want to do some more designing. Yeah, man.
Go browse.
Yeah, also,
go browse.
And if you have any ideas, why don't you reach out to us?
Absolutely.
Yeah, please.
And Kyle, before we tangent away from you, I would just like to say, or attempt to say it in Mohawk. Sigong. Mohawk for hello.
Now I know who Kyle is.
How much was it for a t-shirt?
Between 15 and 25.
I don't think we ever said that.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely said that.
So Kyle could actually come on and play some trivia.
Oh, you should
and could possibly win a shirt.
Yeah.
Kyle, let me be real with you. You should come on and do that. Trivia was a lot of fun. I think it's a really good segment. I think you guys should continue it. I'm pumped that I won $15 tonight because you know what? I was expecting to win any money tonight.
Dude, how do you beat that?
You don't.
And I will say
and that's what's exciting about doing these these upcoming live podcasts, which you are going to be doing at least 1 to 2 times a month. It's going to be interactive. We want to hear what you got to say, and we're trying to grow and build up the audience. And what better way than go to the place where you're drinking your favorite beer, and it better be Paradox. Yeah. Enough said. Woo. No wooing during vultures. Yes. We got some other comments here. We got I love the Mirth Minute. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you very much. We love the 6th man. Doug and Frankie, you both have grown into such phenomenal young men. I am so proud of you guys.
Thanks,
First
Mom.
of all, man, I am proud of you, man. You
No, I'm
have
proud of you, bro.
done great things with your life. Honestly, I feel horrible because
Don't feel horrible.
you got
bro.
treated
No.
I feel like you got treated like shit at your last job, and now you have a job that you love. You have a car that you love. You're doing great things for yourself and only yourself, man. You're on to great things,
pretty
man.
happy.
Cheers to Doug Quimby.
Well, thank you.
Both of them.
Thank you.
Mr. Quimby too.
Yo, Mr. Quimby, shout out to you. I cannot wait to see you in August, and if you
I might have to come along, dude.
If you want to come along, that'd be fucking sick.
I love the shops there.
We will, if you do, maybe we'll do a little thingy for you, for the fans. But
Yeah,
also
live
for
from
ourselves.
MGM Grand. The chief podcast. 4 nights
Oh,
in
yeah.
a row. All right, here we go. Dylan McKenzie, I'm going to have Mirth Minute withdrawals. Dude,
No.
I get withdrawals the second I finish it. Canvas, tote bag, nowadays, everyone uses them. I'd buy it. Kathy,
Ooh.
we could definitely do that for you. And
That's a good
stay
idea.
tuned. Thank you. Seriously, any feedback. We want this to be for you. This is about entertainment, not politics, not bullshit. We may talk about politics on Mirth Minute, but we relate it to stupid things, like how awful Fight Being or Death Punch is. It's great.
I love it.
Seriously,
Love it.
Well, we try to stay objective.
we try
It's
to stay
really
objective,
what it is.
and it just if you like Dave Matthews, maybe you shouldn't watch it. Maybe that's why. Maybe I've been really enjoying it. Sometimes but okay, guys, what have you been consuming? What have you been watching? What have you been listening to? What have you been playing? Start with watching. What do you got?
All right, what I've been watching. I mean, I have been on I've been loving the YouTube app. There's a couple channels I would love to shout out. Tech It Realm. He's the one that I don't know where he fucking popped up, but he's been on my fucking channel. He was Scammers, and it is fucking great, peaceful fucking content. Especially if you hate scammers, which I don't know about y'all.
I hate him.
I hate them too. And a little piece of information for y'all. There is literally like a service that you can go out and reach out to and like put your number on that like you won't get any scam calls, and I did it. And basically like I wish I could give you more information about it, but like look it up on Google if you can do it, because like if any scammers reach out to you and call you, you can fucking sue them for fucking money. And since I've done it, no scam calls. It's fucking fantastic. But yeah, other than that, there's a few Netflix shows. I've been going on fucking South Park. That new season is pretty good. And I can't think of any other names of the fucking shows that I've been watching.
All I'm going to say is we're blaring Pajama Time after this.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
I found the artist. I found the artist.
Sick.
Who is it?
I'll tell you when it's my turn to talk. What have you been watching?
No, I already
Only 'cause I
talked
don't- I
about
don't
what I've been
remember.
watching. Listening to Mac motherfucking Miller. I don't know if y'all
Represent.
know this. This is the Faces album. Thank you, Deanna. Shout out to Deanna. She got me the shirt.
I love it, man. It's bright.
Dude, it's
You brought the
sick,
sunshine
and,
today,
and
man.
you know, I feel like it matched with the pants, the bell bottoms, bringing back the fucking 60s, 70s up in this fucking bitch.
Clothing designers. You need a new influencer.
Yeah.
Doogie
Hit
Fresh
me up.
on
Hit me
Instagram.
up. I will do fashion.
It's
I
not
could be a
Dougie.
model.
It's Doogie.
And like past time I could have been a model when I was a baby, but like it was just a lot of money to
Life would have
become
been
a model,
different, man.
Maybe
Maybe you would have been following Dave Matthews.
I might have been following Dave Matthews, passing out on trees, puking my brains out. You never know. I would have been needed to survive with that pretzel and that water. Who the fuck knows? I made it
It's a
past.
story for another time, too.
Tis a story for another time. But Mac Miller, the fucking man, the goat, the god, the legend. I'm still listening to him. I can't fucking stop. Always. And I've been gaming on Session, the video game, and me and Frankie have been we beat Saints Row 2.
Beat it.
So now we are rocking Saints Row 3, and eventually it'll be Saints Row 4, and then we're going to play fucking Far Cry.
And then we're playing Far Cry. All right, Brett.
What's up?
What you been
So-
consuming?
So in terms of watching, I've been watching a lot of this, as I was said in the past couple of podcasts, these like random murder mystery, like, you know, Illuminati type shit, Skinwalker stuff. It's all from this group called the Lights Out Podcast.
Okay.
Which I will say the production value is great. My only gripe is you can tell in somebody's cadence when somebody's reading off a script versus organically talking.
Yeah.
And I don't care for that. But the information, it's very informational. The voice is very soothing too. Puts me to bed almost instantaneously, not in a bad way. Like, I was originally listening to Jordan Peterson, this famous Canadian
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I
clinical
know about
psychologist.
Joe Rogan.
Joe
Hall
Rogan
of Famer.
Experience. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. One of like few guests to be on more than 5 times.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I was listening to him and a lot of his stuff on how nihilism is a lot worse than one might think it is, and all that. Which also, and not in a bad way, great stuff to go to bed to because it's informational. He's a very smooth talker. In terms of listening, I've been on a little bit of a Mac Miller kick. Knock Knock keeps coming up in like my
Ooh.
algorithm.
Oh,
It's
well,
just
that's
like,
a great song.
great
Dude,
What's
one.
off
It's a-
that off of?
it's off Kids.
Kids, yeah.
yeah,
Kids,
kicking
yeah.
incredibly dope shit.
Oh, Kids is, I gotta say, probably one of my favorites.
It's a
Kool-Aid
great
Frozen
one.
Pizza.
We still need
it's a
to
work of
listen
art.
to Circles, because I don't think you've listened
still
to
haven't
Circles
listened
yet.
to it.
I know you have.
After the one song with Donald Trump.
I know
Donald
you fell
Trump.
off.
I fell
and
off.
no, it's
That's
the
when
same
I
thing
started
for
listening
me.
to Fish.
But I mean, I got back into him. I mean, during the Divine Feminine time, although I didn't really like the album until a couple years after.
Yeah.
But like a lot of his music was really good after that. He
What-
got really good.
What else you been listening to, man?
So also still on my Silk Sonic kick.
Okay.
Just listening to Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak do their thing.
It's a new collaboration. Really cool.
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely.
sounds like a good
and I,
collab.
dude, I really hope that they keep that going.
I hope they
because
tour.
I would pay
Only
good money
because-
to see them tour, dude. And
Yeah.
they have killer guests on their Silk Sonic album. They have fucking Bootsy Collins from Parliament.
Funkadelic,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And Thundercat.
Damn,
Fucking
yeah,
Thundercat, dude,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He
Just-
was pretty tight with Mac too.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it's very retro, throwback style. Very, you could tell that they put a lot of time into the instrumentation. Very, big soul vibes. As I said jokingly last week, dude, it's like baby making music. It's like move over Boys to Men, move over Belle Biv DeVoe,
Barry White.
move over Barry White. We're getting
Biggest
it on.
one.
We're getting it on to Silk Sonic.
Please make sure you remind me of the album before I drive home because I
An
definitely wanna check
evening
it
with
out.
Silk Sonic.
Silk Sonic.
An evening with
An
Silk Sonic.
evening with Silk Sonic. You
And
got
as
it.
I plugged last week, 777, my favorite song off it.
Okay.
Dude, just great
I'm
album.
gonna check
Cannot
it out.
recommend it
I'm gonna
enough.
check it out.
Started getting back into video games. Been on a World of Tanks kick,
Okay.
Oh.
which was, dude,
Is that a phone game?
it's no PC,
PC. Okay.
I'm gonna
and
go.
just spending my time off just trying to rank up tanks. There's a promotional thing going on right now too, because it's like a dual currency type thing. There's experience points you get for using particular tanks, and then you get actual coins to buy shit. So experience lets you research tanks and kind of go up the evolution tree. So there's 10 tiers. I am so close to getting my first tier 9 tank, and it's a nice feeling. I've been playing this game on and off for 3 years, and I finally started putting aside a little bit of time to just do nothing and play some tanks, be competitive, plug the shit out of Mirth Films and the Mirth Minute. Literally the first thing I do in every chat, as soon as we're loading in, I'm like, hey, check out Mirth Films on Facebook and YouTube. And normally someone will do the hotkey negative. I'm like, okay, good talk, man. But aside from that, I played a game of Madden while you were
playing
setting
a
up.
little Madden 22.
Madden 22.
On Game Pass. If you are a Game Pass subscriber or just play Xbox, I highly suggest investing in Game Pass. $15 a month to play all these awesome games.
Yes, absolutely. And I will say, I was playing as the Pittsburgh Steelers. A team's very middle of the pack in terms of overalls, in terms of overall talent on the team. And I played against a man by the name of Mr. Clutch online who played as the Rams, which I don't think is fair.
Oh, you played online?
Yeah, I played online
Oh,
against
wow.
the dude. Came down to literally a game-winning field goal that I lost. And I was off to such a hot start. I wasn't making any flashy plays, but I was getting first downs, and
you weren't sending any Hail Marys.
No, dude. My average yards per pass was like 7. I was just doing dump offs to the tight ends or dump offs to Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Just hoping for the best. Juju Smith-Schuster had 1 catch, and that might have been it. Chase Claypool didn't even get targeted at all, which I feel terrible because he's one of like the 5 Steelers I have a jersey for. But yeah, that's really it in terms of all my media consumption.
All your consumption. Okay. So I'm gonna start first with listening. Listening.
You should.
I'm not gonna bring up the same stuff I brought up a couple days ago, just because we've had podcasts so close. But I'm still high on Goose. They just played Goosemas, and watching their video of Rockdale on YouTube is so reminiscent of seeing Fish. And I only say that because I went to go see Fish at Mohegan Sun where they held Goosemas, and see him fill a room like that, like Fish does, is insane, and especially seeing it in our lifetime. Secondly, listening. I'm going to plug Podcast Unlocked. Podcast Unlocked is an Xbox podcast by IGN. It's amazing. I highly recommend listening to it, especially if you are in tune with what's going on in gaming, especially Xbox, because they are on track to be the best in all of the gaming systems. And I only say that because Game Pass is so accessible.
Game Pass is lit.
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of games, and they're like AAA games. They're not like cheap games. Like, you could go buy Halo Infinite at the store for $70, or you could buy Game Pass for $15 a month, just like you're spending money on Netflix. I mean, I should be getting paid for saying all this stuff now, but yeah, seriously, it is
that like Halo. They have Forza Horizon. They have
best racing game made of all time.
Yeah, and that's when I originally got it. But no, and like the $15.99, you get the Xbox Live and the Game Pass, and you can
Game Pass Ultimate.
Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, Game
and EA.
Any
Get
EA
the EA
game.
Play. It's not gonna lie, it's good. You should check it out.
You should check it out. And go keep in with the video
Pay
game thing.
us.
I'm going to go to playing next. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was originally released with horrible reviews for the Xbox One and PS4. Didn't live up to the hype any bit. While the PC version got like 9s and 10s across the board. It was a really good developed game. Single player, just to keep that in mind. RPG elements as well. But they recently put out a new update to the game that made it equivalent to the PC version. And I bought the game at $10 brand new during Black Friday because I knew they were going to redevelop it. And I bet my money right. Probably the only investment I ever made that made sense. And it is one of the best games I've ever played. And it is the most refreshing game I've ever played since Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one hell of a fucking video game. I highly recommend it.
Isn't that on the Game Pass too?
It's on Game Pass now. I bought that game when it came out.
I'm gonna go download it.
The story is so fun, and because of that song, because of that game, it has a hell of a soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
as Guardians of the
movie,
Galaxy does.
They do.
But Turn Up the Radio by Autograph.
Oh,
I have
classic.
that drilled in my mind because of that game. It is so much fun. Please play it. Like
I know I will.
You're doing yourself the service if you don't play it while it's on Game Pass. But Cyberpunk is amazing. It is Grand Theft Auto elements. It has elements of Mass Effect. It's a killer story that pulls on your heartstrings. And Keanu Reeves is like the second biggest person in the game, and it's so cool. I can't go into details because I don't want to bring on spoilers. But other than that, yeah, Doug and I have been playing Saints Row 3. I'm really happy we're playing that because Saints Row 1 and 2 I played a lot, but finally beat them. But Saints Row 4 I played before 3. I never played 3, and I loved it because it just felt so updated and natural to play. And while I knew it was going to be over the top, if you're going to play Saints Row, you got to know it's going to be over the top, or you're not going to enjoy it.
No.
Saints Row 4 is the most over the top game. But I love it. Just hopping in the sky, flying to the next destination, doing this, doing that. It's funny. It's a good game, and it's not a serious take on a sandbox game Because like sometimes when I play GTA, I feel like this is such a serious game that I gotta be so mentally invested into it. Where I don't feel like doing that all the time, and sometimes I don't want to play Skate anymore because, I mean,
It's
granted,
been like
we've probably
12 years.
we probably put like 250 to 400 hours into the whole
Oh, yeah.
franchise. I'm not even kidding you.
No,
Like,
not gonna lie.
but that's it. Video game wise, Sea of Thieves a little bit, but whatever. Watching Triple Jump is a video game YouTube channel. Kick ass. They have the worst games of each year, and I love the Xbox 360 era, and I love playing shitty games. It's so much fun. I'm playing Duke. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna plug it right now. Duke Nukem Forever, one of the worst games ever made, and it took 15 years to develop and whatever. Garbage, but I love playing it just because it's. I don't know. It's just I have a weird thing with it. Other than that, yes, the new South Parks have been off the charts.
They have been really good.
There's this episode where pajamas are involved. I'm not going to say much more, but it makes you put some things into perspective. And there's other episode involving Token. I don't know if you've seen this one.
I only watched the first episode. But
okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, I'm not gonna.
Don't spoil it.
It's just so. Honestly, like, I feel like everybody in the world should watch South Park to realize. Okay, I gotta chill out. I gotta chill out.
In perspective, in a great way.
Into the simplest terms, like. That's why you gotta watch the new season. Like, it's worth
The
getting.
metaphors are on point.
On point. Other than that, Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin has been recently, in the past few months, one of my biggest influences. This sounds crazy. I even bought a T-shirt that says "Crikey" and it has him holding up a fist. And I worked with Twiddle. I love that shirt. But I love Steve Irwin because he is hands down one of the greatest individuals to ever exist on this planet. If you ever listen to him talk about wildlife, taking care of animals, and just his pure passion and his reasonings behind his pure passion, and because it's not for limelight, that guy could have been a president. It's so unfortunate that the way that guy died. And seriously, like I do some homework, like watch some old Crocodile Hunter. Like, it sounds silly, but if you listen to the way he talks and the way he reflects, like I was watching just some like long like news like shows with him talking in like I said in long term about his life and things. That guy should have been a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He's that smart and giving of a person, and I think more people should try to aim to be a better role model in life, especially in your older years.
Sure.
I think about that sometimes because I'm not 19 anymore, and somebody starting photography, like, I have to clean my act up a little bit because I want to be a positive influence on this person, or somebody skating at the park that you see that, doesn't know anybody and, needs a good,
Yeah, no, it's wild when you get to the point where people can look up to you.
Yeah.
And then you understand that people can look up to you.
And it matters, too. Like, you really got to, like, give yourself a reality check about what's going on. But other than that, guys, it's been a fucking hell of a fucking episode. I think it's been one of my favorite ones so far, dude.
Like,
Cheers.
I would love to come back on.
You're welcome on anytime. You're royalty, Doug.
Well, thank you guys. I mean, I know you guys kind of did this out of date, so I do appreciate it.
Dude, anytime.
But
this is better than literally like...
Dude, Saturdays, they say, are for the boys.
Yes, they are.
They do, in fact, say that.
And Sundays are for Saints Row.
Yes, they fucking are.
But, yeah, everybody, that has been episode number 9 of the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. As all of you know, or don't know, you can watch this podcast live each and every single week. And if it is on a day like today where we don't usually do it, you will know ahead of time. And if you can't watch it live, listen to it on your way to work or at the job you fucking hate. And
earliest convenience.
Yeah, wherever is convenient, man. Just thank you for tuning into the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast. Thank you for supporting Mirth Films. And go out tonight, be safe, go enjoy the show, and go buy some merch because we could use the support. Adios.
Sayonara.
Peace.